Guys, it's me again, the me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy good stories. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? So, last time, or the last time I said that Bakugo saw a certain somebody that he recognized, but they were a zombie. I didn't tell you guys who that person was, and I'm still not gonna tell you because they don't matter right now. Because I'ma go to the fight with the Nomu. Yeah, that. So the Nomu was on top of this warehouse type building. Just had a lot of boxes and stuff in it. As the Nomu was destroying the building and using it as boulders to throw at this giant blimp thing that Jules made. And fast forward to when Jules got her butt kicked and she got knocked out because her communicator thing was so loud that the Nomu heard it. And it just like popped up in front of her and smacked her. She fell down some stairs and hit the wall and KO for her. As Pearl and Sapphire rush over to her, pick her up, and as well as Aerie, as those four dipped before the zombies could get to them, as Ruby holds off the Nomu. And Ruby is trying to use the terrain to her advantage because she's pretty um, small compared to the Nomu. So and she's a bit nimble too, and she almost matches it in strength, but it's not enough. So the Nomu is a powerhouse, and Ruby is martial artist in a way. Like she has more technique than the Nomu is what I'm trying to say. So it's a battle of power versus technique. So uh, there's the crap. I lost my train of thought. Jeez. As the fight goes on, the Ruby isn't having a good time as she's like getting cracked basically because she is a gem. She's not real. She's got like I don't even know how to explain it. Like all the gems, they just look exactly the same. Like really white, pale skin, and just the hair is different. Like, Ruby's the one with the red hair, and basically what's happening is she's cracking, and she's losing her I don't want to say life, but that's kind of what it is. So like, or should I say life energy? She's losing her power basically. She's turning back into a regular old gem, and that's what happens. So like, Ruby eventually loses and turns back into a gem. And since Jules has that connection with all her gems, she basically just feels it in her heart. And she starts to cry, and this is that fight did take a while. Like, Ruby is a gem. She's durable at the least. So like it took a while for the Nomu to defeat her. So like as I said this in the last part, Jules was with the Bakugo squad when I said that she couldn't feel Ruby anymore. Is that's when she just starts crying, and Sapphire and Pearl feels it too, that they just lost a sister basically, and they're all sad now. As Aries asking what happened, and Pearl is like, "Not now. Your Jules here is having a hard time." As they're all having a hard time, really. They're in a police station, and Bakugo's losing his crap over this person in the jail cell, as he's just mad, causing explosions, and a bunch of zombies banging on the door. As Ruby, she's so sad and mad that she just opens a hole in the ground and jumps in. Ari and the Jewels follow her, of course, but the others are a bit reluctant to do so, as they're just like, actually, we're gonna hold the fort and keep these prisoners in their cells. Like, we'll have a better transport when all these other zombies are gone. As Jules and them, they don't really care. But Mineta, he jumps in that hole with them. As yeah, they're being followed by a little rat known as Mineta. So like, as Pearl and Sapphire really don't know what Jules planning, cause she's just digging a hole and she's just going somewhere they don't know. They think she has a plan to retrieve Ruby's gem, but they don't really know where the gem is because they lost that connection with her. So like, they can't really find it that way. And yeah, after all the life energy was gone, she turned into a regular gem, and like, you know, those things aren't really big or easy to find. They're pretty small. So like, yeah, and Ruby was the first gem Jules had, so like, she's really upset. Like, she's just beating herself up over it. And that happens. And we cut to Deku. So like, after he said that he was glad Ruby was alright. I mean, not Ruby, Jules was alright. He pretty much just went to where the crashed ship was, as he told the Wild Pussycats to watch Coda. And you know, Deku was speedy boy. He got to that ship pretty fast. And he's like, alright, people, there's no zombies on this side of the wall. If you want to get to the UA building, you can. It's just that way. Might take you a while, but you'll eventually make it. Make sure to have a snack or two with you if you do go. But I got some business to take care of, as Deku's planning to go after Jules. So he's going to be going to that police station, as he thinks it wouldn't take him that long to get there, considering how fast he is. So he goes into this certain room as he's talking to Diamond, asking if that the weapon Jules was making is ready or not. As Diamond's like, yeah, and Dago's like, perfect. Let's just hope it's not broken. As he finds a special kind of rifle, as it's basically like a laser, pretty much. Uh, as it's like, yeah, it's like a laser, but it only has one charge, so he only has one shot. As he's like, dang, only one shot? Well, gotta save this up for later. As he puts it on his back, he grabs a pistol and a katana, and he heads out. And he's like, alright, everyone, take care. I'll be back in a few, or I don't really know how long. Uh, but I'll be back with everyone. As Jesus, man. Jesus, man. Lost my train of thought again. Um, what was I saying? Deku grabbed a katana and a pistol and that laser rifle. As he he then basically just get jumps off the wall, basically. So yeah, that wall isn't short. It's at least 3 or 4 stories tall, and Deku just jumps off it, and he survived. How do you survive a 4-story fall? Well, I guess he did survive. Like how tall I say that boat was that he jumped off, and he was perfectly fine. But I mean, he was landing in water. But I mean, like that's still just. Well, anyways, Deku makes his way to the police station. As the reason he grabbed the katana, he don't want to make too much noise, and a katana would just be like sliced to the head and it's dead. As yeah, so excuse me, Deku's basically just running through the city, slicing up zombies, trying to get to this police station. As let's cut back to Bakugo's group. As when they were on that communication thing, whatever, with Nezu, and Bakugo just shouted out Izuku. If you guys don't remember, Momo was there with Bakugo, And Omo thinking that no, it can't be the same Izuku. He's dead, right? And then she hears him say AC, call him AC. No, Deku said call him AC, and then Bakugo was like, Izuku. So like she heard him say AC, and then Bakugo saying Izuku, and she's like, wasn't he dead? No, that can't be the same guy. As she starts silently crying, cause that's like her specialty at this point, just silently crying, just crying without making a sound. I wonder how you do that, just tears rolling down your face, not making a sound. Uh, um, anyways, just wanted to throw that in there. As Momo followed Jules, cause she like, this person knows the Deku, so like, they will eventually link up, right? So like, just stick with her and I'll see Izuku again. It's basically what Momo's thinking, but Jules' head is too clouded to be thinking about Deku caring for her. So like, or actually being worried. So like, she's just upset that Ruby just died. Ruby, basically her second mother, cause like Ruby was a gift from her mother, so like she saw her in that way. Well, yeah. So I guess Momo and Mineta are the only two that followed Jules in that hole. Is- So after they left, Todoroki thinking that that hole is permanent, he freezes it up, and there's just a bunch of ice now in the room as he freezes the doors too and all the windows. He's trying to make sure no zombies get in there as they just hold the fort down. As I'll say about an hour later, Deku finally gets there. No, not an hour. It'd be more like 10, 15 minutes because he's just that fast. And he also had to cut up some zombies on the way. Just thinking about that now. It took Bakugo and them an hour to get there on the bus. A freaking moving vehicle, and Deku just runs that same distance and gets and has to keep stopping to slice up some zombies, and he still gets there in just 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, Deku is like, he's broken. um anyway, when Deku finally gets there, he notices that there's no way in. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. And Deku, he's like on a roof just looking at the police station and he just sees a bunch of ice everywhere. And he's like, oh Jesus, how do I get in, man? Like, gotta make sure everyone's alright. And if I get rid of all these zombies out here, they'll open the door, right? As that's what Deku begins to do as he fires off a pistol. As he fires off a shot from his pistol, he shoots one of them down, and he does that to alert them. Basically, he wants them to know he's there, and he wants the people inside the building to know he's there. As yeah, this gunshot attracted a few other people that were basically coming into the area just now, pretty much. I'm not going to say who they are just yet. I'm not naming a bunch of characters, am I? But just just know that there's a few people that appear after the zombies are taken care of. So Deku fired off a shot, shot one of them down, and all the zombies are alerted to his presence now as they start rushing over towards him. As Deku then just takes out his katana and slices them all up in a good 10 minutes. And I'ma say Todoroki melted the ice off of one of the windows so they could all see what's going on out there. As they just see this green-haired guy just slicing up zombies like it ain't nothing, man. Because I mean, like Deku's OP, man. Like really OP, man. But everyone in the building is like, wow, dude's so cool. And then a knife gets thrown at him. And Deku deflects it with his katana, and he catches the knife and just admires it, and he sticks it in his pocket. and, and this girl is like, "Hey, that's mine. You can't have it." As this is Toga. Toga threw a knife at him, trying to make him shed some blood, and she rushes over to him and tries to take the knife back. As she's basically just trying to reach for him, but he keeps backing off. As she's not a zombie, so there's no reason to kill her or even attack her for that matter. Because as she keeps trying to lunge at him, and he keeps backing up, he suddenly finds himself against the wall, and some fire just erupted from the window that he had his back up against. And Deku barely dodges it. And when he does that, he notices that it might hit this girl that's trying to attack him. As he basically just tackles Toga to the ground. And yeah, it doesn't look right. I don't know how to, like, he just saved her from getting attacked by this blue fire that just came out of nowhere. As That's when Toga takes her little support item and starts sucking some of Deku's blood out of him. Uh, it's that thing she used against Uraraka, the needle thing, as it just sucks up some of his blood. And she does the same thing she did to Uraraka. So, yeah, I'm not gonna try to reenact that scene. And Deku is like, ah, what the heck, man? She's stealing my blood? What for? And she just drinks a bit of it and turns into Deku, and it's like, that's a weird quirk. Um, you would have been a pretty good spy if you weren't so crazy. As Toga wasn't expecting that reaction, as she's basically in love now. As this is it's gonna get awkward, but yes, Toga and Deku are basically like just talking to each other now. And she asks for her knife back. And Deku's like, no, it's my knife now. You threw it, and if you had missed me, you could have lost it forever. I caught it, and it's mine now. So she's like, "Aw." She's just pouting pretty much, and Dobby eventually comes out of his little hiding hole on the other side of that wall, as he's like, Toga, what are you doing? Kill this guy already. And she's like, no, I'm a spy now. as, as Dobby's like, what? And he's like, you don't want him to sick that thing on us, do you? And she's like, no, my new boyfriend's gonna protect me from that. And Deku's like, what? You're what now? And she's like, you heard me. And Deku's like, she's gonna kill me. As he's thinking about Jules. And so Dobby's thinking like, well, if I don't get back to base with her, I'm pretty much screwed, so I might as well join them too. So like, hey, Dobby and Toga joined the gang of Deku. As eventually the Bakugo squad eventually opens up the doors to the police station. And they're all in the police station now. And I'm gonna end it off there. I'll tell you what Jules has been up to during that time in the next part. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm freezing my tail off. Jesus. Yeah, so, see you guys later. Bye.